So tonight's segment is going to be on arming your classroom, arming being capital A, capital R for augmented reality, and moving them with video. And both of them are going to be found in the Sons of Technology site. Also, I've linked them on the Moodle. But the one we're going to start with first is under Arming Your Classroom. So if I click under there, you have links to everything that we're going to be doing tonight. So we're going to be looking at a company called Dacry. And Dacry has a couple great apps and a couple great targets. Elements 4D, Anatomy 4D, and the Solar System target. I'm going to show you those. Another one we're going to talk about is Quiver. I like to say that Anatomy 4D is for junior high to high school, and Quiver is for kindergarten through 8th grade. So these overlap very good in the intermediate school, but they might be a little bit too detailed for the Anatomy 4D for the younger kids, but the cell on the Quiver is really good for the younger kids. Then we're going to look at Google Cardboard. So we already gave one away, but we're going to give a couple more away today. But also I have my models that we're going to try around as well. And if you've never tried these before, they're fun. And I'm going to show you the apps that you can use to create your own tours. Google just came out with their expeditions. If you guys have seen it, you can actually request Google to come out, and they have pre-made expeditions of underwater scenes and everything using all cardboard and stuff. So it's pretty neat, except they're only, I've already tried. They're already up in Southern California, and they go down to Sacramento, and then they're down in Northern California, and then Southern California, nothing to Central. And I'm like, what's up? Why are you not giving Central California love, right? So hope, yes, that's the farthest down they go, and the farthest up they go is like Bakersfield. I don't know what's going on. But they did say you can start your own, so I'm going to try to start our own kind of group here and kind of go around. Another one I want to talk about is Aurasma, and I'll show you how to use it. It's super easy if you've never tried Aurasma, and it's great for home tutoring for kids. And then the Aurasma Studio is what we're going to look at. Dacry has a 4D studio coming out here really soon. So I'll let you know when that pops up. But all the sheets that I gave you, they're all here in PDF form. You can download them and print them, and they're all free off the app. So everything you're doing tonight is all free. So let me go ahead and show you our first, wow, I didn't know that existed type thing. So the first thing I want to show you is Anatomy 4D. So let me bring this down. Where's my thing? There we go. And let's switch that over to my iPad. There we go. So we have my iPad screen going. Let's make that bigger. So this app is found under my augmented reality section. And this first one we're going to look at is Anatomy 4D. So it's the skull-looking guy right up there. So I'll click on him. And hopefully it opens up and doesn't crash. There we go. So it's open, and so it just basically connects to your camera. So wave to our audience at home. Good. So our online classmates can now see who we are. And then let me grab my targets. So these are the targets. So here's one. My niece got a hold of it. She started coloring it. She thought it was like quivers. But it's just a heart worksheet. And the kids would look at it and read it. And they were like, Mr. Marquez, I thought you said you don't like us to have worksheets. Because I hate handing out paper. I go, there's a reason. There's always a reason. So then they put it down. I say, I want you to go online and download Anatomy 4D. So they all download it on their phones. It's free. Doesn't cost anything. And it's for iOS and Android. And once you come over it, you actually get the heart popping out of the paper. And it does actually have sound. But my sound's not working. But it does have sound. It does now connect to a Fitbit. So if your kids have a Fitbit, you can show resting heart rate. And then they can go up and down, and it shows their beats per minute. and you can walk around the heart. You can go into the heart. But there's the awesome thing. You can actually go cut it open and see the blood flow all the way through the heart. You can see the veins and the blood flowing, and you can see the valves on one of these. Hold on. Right now they just have human. Yeah, so there's the valves. You can actually see them open and closing, letting things in and out. So it's pretty in depth. So, I mean, if you're doing a high school anatomy course and you're talking about hearts, I mean, you can always dissect a cow heart or a sheep heart or whatever they do. But this is an actual human heart, and you get to see the electrical signals going through it. You get to see everything happening in real time. And they're doing it on their device, and it doesn't cost anything. Okay, and the first time they see it, they're pretty amazed. Because, I mean, it's a heart popping out of the paper. So that's the heart target. This next one is the human body. Once again, it tells you what the normal resting heart rate should be and where different things are located. But when you use it as a target, it's the entire human body. Now, you might not want to preset it to this one, especially for the little kids. So you come in here and you turn off reproductive, and that'll just change the sex. That'd be even worse. Nervous system. There we go. So, and you can come in and see the intestines. You can see all the circulatory system. Whoa, what is it doing way up there?
You're getting like a bottom view. A bottom view? I shouldn't have said it like that. Sorry. Posterior. 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 Ah, there it goes.
That was a bad view.
That was not a pretty view.
Where? Yeah, it's, hold on. There we go. And so you get, there's just skeletal system. And then the urinary system. So, I mean, if you're teaching kids about anatomy, you can really go show them all the different parts. Well, not all the different parts, but the parts that are necessary for them to understand the human body without really having to do much except give them a worksheet. Okay, so that's anatomy 40s from Daiquiri. Daiquiri has another pretty neat app called Elements 4D. So what you do, and you can take some of these if you want, but they're all pre-printed. You print these out for your kids, and you actually have them cut them and fold them and make them into neat little blocks. And you just have them use tape or glue, and it's fun because it has the atomic number and the atomic mass, and what symbol doesn't always necessarily have the same letter as the name because it uses the Greek names. But when you go over it, it actually turns it into the element itself. And then you can come in and pick it up and look at it. And it actually reflects what's around the room. And then I tell the kids, I said, gold is extremely dense. It's 19.39. That's really dense. So that's 19.39 times the density of water. So it's really heavy for its size. And I tell them, watch. They come in and go, oh, it's so heavy to pick up. And they're like, really? I'm like, no, it's still a block. Right? But you have all these different blocks here. Come on. There we go. And you get all the elements from those blocks. So you can actually see lithium up close. And then if you actually click, it tells you a little bit about lithium for the kids. Everybody's favorite, because we talk about it all the time, is sodium. And most people think sodium is just salt. And so when the kids see it, they go, wait a minute, that's not salt. I go, no, because pure sodium is a metal. It's a very soft metal. It's actually so soft you can cut it with a butter knife. And it's super lustrous, meaning it shimmers. It's like the shiniest metal, but it tarnishes really quick when it comes into contact with oxygen. But it's super unstable because it's part of the alkali metal group, meaning it wants to give away one electron. And it wants to give away an electron so bad that it actually heats up, catches on fire, and then explodes when it comes into contact with water. And I said, imagine if quarters were made out of sodium, wishing wells would be a lot more fun, right? But it's not salt. Then we come around to chlorine. Chlorine is a very dangerous gas, and most kids think chlorine is the stuff you put in your pools, but it's not. Chlorine is a very dangerous gas. It's in the same group as sodium, but it's on the opposite end, and it wants to take one electron. And it wants to take so bad that if you breathe it in, it starts taking the electrons from your body, and you actually start liquefying from the inside out. And they used it in World War I. But since this sodium wants to give and chlorine wants to take, come on, sodium. Let's get sodium by itself. I kind of squished my blocks a little bit, so they're kind of... There we go. So sodium, we have our chlorine, and you put them together, and they make salt. So you can actually have kids do chemical reactions right in your class without the fear of deadly gas. Well, there might be some deadly gas in class, but it won't be chlorine. But there's 8 of these sheets, and on each sheet there's 6, and they can all make combinations. So this is a whole lesson. And in fact, on the DACRI website, they have lessons that teachers have made for elementary schools using these blocks. And when the kids see it for the first time, they're like, what? It's like Harry Potter to them. They're like, I can't believe it. So that's anatomy elements for you, okay, for DACRI. Okay, once again, how much does this cost? It's free. And I'm hoping I get one of these, but it's, if you look at, if you look at the website, the blocks you can actually purchase pre-made, made out of actual wood, soon. It says notify me when they come. And I'm trying to get a set so when I actually do demos, I don't have to worry about crushing my blocks in my car. But hopefully they're not too much, but it's amazing to do great demos with kids with these blocks. So I'm hoping they come out and they're under, $30. It'd be nice to have a whole set of them.
Well, what's the print on? Just out of curiosity.
What's the print?
Screen print type thing?
When they do it at a block, so it's actually cut in.
Oh, so they laser engrave?
Mm-hmm. And there's 2 options, right? There's the wood ones, and then there's I believe that's like kind of plastic screen printed, depending. I don't know. They haven't released them yet for actual purchase. No, they did this on a Kickstarter type thing. So those who gave money, they got the blocks first. And I'm just trying to get some because I like them. They also have a couple other cool things. Let me see. Looks like a coaster, right? But we know better than that by now. For this one, it's just the regular daiquiri app. Oh, it's not up there. Hold on. For this one, it's just the regular daiquiri app. And when Daiquiri 4D Studio comes out, you can do this to any worksheet and actually create virtual questions on a worksheet. It's pretty amazing when it finally comes out. So this is the app you would use for that, because you can make any target. But here is so you have the Earth and the Moon, and then you pull out, you have your solar system, and you pull out, you have your galaxy. And if you go in and you select Saturn just with your finger, you can actually go into Saturn. Whoops, you gotta have that still in there. You can actually go into Saturn. You can actually see that the asteroid belt actually creates a shadow on the table. You can have the kids hold it. You can say you have the whole world in your hands. And the kids move it around, and they can actually go in and out just by moving it. And the kids are like, what? So that's the universe target. And then this one.
Do you order these targets online through their website?
I got these from Brad and Drew. They're the teachers that actually go around for Daiquiri and do presentations and give out these freebies as handouts. And so last time I saw them, I asked, can I get some so I can, when I do my presentations, I have some cool stuff like you guys. I'm like, yeah, sure. And they're actually, some of you saw this last week, but they're actually going to be at the CLS Technology in Monterey. They're doing the opening keynote, Brad and Drew, and then I'm doing the closing keynote at the Monterey conference. So it's going to be a really good conference if you wanted to go. That's in January. And it's in Monterey, so I mean, can't beat that. But this one is what actual CAD designers are starting to do. They actually build your house, and they show you the blueprints, and you actually come over to it. Come on, little ring is circling. You can actually see the house being built, and now all the buttons actually become touchable. You can see the second floor, explore, third floor. You can actually add like a pool right there. Supposed to. You can change color. Come on. Oh, it's a little glitchy right now. Oh, there we go. So you had that solar panel or something? But you can just change the house and do it. So so Daiquiri is actually getting into a lot of stuff for education. So if you tweet Daiquiri EDU and say, hey, Joe Marquez showed me your targets, can you send me some? They'll probably send you some. You know what I mean? Especially if you like the solar system ones, and when can we buy the blocks? Who knows? They'll put you on a list and start shooting it out to you. So Daiquiri EDU. So I say that this is high school because it's a little bit more detailed, but still the elementary kids be like, wow. For your project, try and show them these things. You can print, like I said, the heart and the human body. It's in that downloadable folder that I shared with you, and it doesn't have to be color. And you just show it to them and watch their faces, especially the heart one for the first time. Take a picture right when they're doing it. Pretty funny. Okay, so that's that. The next one I want to show you is the ones that you did. So did somebody make a good cup? Starbucks cup. Anybody do a Starbucks cup? Yep. All right.
Oh, there she did. All right.
Oh, good. We'll take that one and this one. So you tell the kids, you know, I want you to draw a Starbucks cup that represents you, or I want you to draw a Starbucks cup that, you know, if you were a designer and you'd come over it with that, processes it.
Oh, cute.
And their cup comes to life like a real cup.
Nice job. Cute.
It's still showing that one. Hold on. So there's the Starbucks one. Say, did somebody do the dot? Couple dots. There's two dots. Dot. Dots. So I love doing this the first day of school to get to know the kids. Oh, let's skip the update.
Oh.
So you have a few different options to show the dot. They like that one. Try to.
Yeah.
There's that one. Did anybody do a cell or volcano?
Just mislabeled.
It's okay. So this one is Quiver Vision. Quiver Vision. What's that?
Is the same?
Same one, Quiver Vision. Oh, they must have updated this one.
Do they do a plant cell also?
Right now, it's just the animal, but they are really going out and doing a lot of educational ones right now. And so, you know, I emailed them saying, okay, you need a, they did a map one, which is what we were asking for. So they did a map one. Now we need a plant cell one. I want them to do some chemistry stuff like an interactive periodic table. But here's the cell. And so,
Oh,
and it comes out the way that you color it, right? You can open it up and you can actually quiz the kids. So where's the cell membrane? They would come in. That's not right. You come in and you can talk about that, or you can come in and test your knowledge. Oh, wrong, right? And then say, where's the DNA? In the nucleus. So there's the cell. The volcano one's pretty neat. No, it's upside down on yours, huh? There we go. So you have the volcano, and we can open it up, and then we can actually go interactive with it.
There it goes.
So they're coming out with a lot of good educational ones. I didn't show you the flag. Let's see if I have a flag one somewhere. So I had the kids. They could either design a flag. If somebody said you'd be a good country, design a flag of your country, or design a flag of your family's country, family that you came from. So here's one from Spain. And then I say, what happens when there's a wind?
Oh.
So it's fun because the kids get to draw and they get to see it actually show up. And then you can come over to the bottom part and change it to the actual different flags of the world. And the anthems play. I don't know why my sound isn't working. But the anthems play for the flag as it goes through. So that's Quiver Vision. I just find it very, just the kids really get involved in the lesson. It's a good opener or a good closer or just something to get them involved if you want them to do some research. Hey, let's make the flag and then let's see what happens. So that is Quiver Vision. Quiver Vision. They also respond to tweets as well. So if you tweet out to them, you know, give me a shout out too, and they can do cool stuff. So the next thing I wanted to show you is Google Cardboard. Okay, so Google Cardboard is a virtual reality cardboard thing, goggle, I guess. But you can actually create your own field trips on it if you go places. Like if you go to the zoo, you can create actual zoo expedition. We went to, me and my wife, we went to, not Machu Picchu, we went to Chichen Itza for the Mayan pyramids, and we did tons. And I show my kids, we have like 4 or 5 of these, and I give them my pictures, and they're like, wow, this is the sporting arena? I go, yeah, when they won, they cut their heads off. When they won? Yeah, it was a great honor. They go, we'd lose. I'm like, so would I. But for any Android device, you want to download the Google Camera. And for any iOS device, you want to download Sphere. Let's see. Let's see. Video creation. Let's see if I... Yeah, Android is Google Camera.
I'm listening really well tonight. I heard the same thing too. I'm sorry. I'll share this with you.
Oh, and I forgot to show you this one. This one is a pay one. It's like $1.99, but you can actually do little flashcards with your students. And so, you know, A's, B's, C's, D's, or you can do planets, and you actually print out the things. And the same thing, you print out the little targets, and it pops out, and it's little kids saying the names. And so it's more for elementary and stuff. I mean, for kindergarten. But it's the kids really get involved and start using their tablets. So if you have teachers that are not using their tablets, it'd be a good way to get them started. I don't know where my...
red dot, or like a red icon in my Google for Sphere. Sorry.
Yes, there's that one, and then there's Photosphere. That's it. So Sphere and Photosphere are the two for iOS. And
I got it.
Sphere or Photosphere?
I haven't shared it yet. I know it's cool. I'm not keeping up tonight.
I don't know where my Photosphere is.
Try to make it 7.
Well, maybe it is just Sphere.
I don't see it for this year. Yeah, Yeah, it's here.
No, that was a pay one. I don't ever get paid ones.
Yeah. But it just says 360 photography.
Yeah, I had one on here. But if you want to, if you have an iOS or you have a Android, download the Google Cardboard app. Just Cardboard, and I'll put these out, and you can play around with them. And I don't know why the one that I downloaded is not.
What was the primary one called?
For Android or for iOS?
Google Camera for Android.
Yes, Google Camera. That's the one you can take. Yeah, if you download Cardboard, Google Cardboard, it doesn't. They don't have one for the iPad because it doesn't fit in the Cardboard. So go ahead and download that. We'll play around with that too. And here's another one I want to talk about. It's called Aurasma. Now, Aurasma originated as an advertisement company. And so what they would do is they would take your printed materials and add an augmented reality spin on them. But what teachers have been doing is hacking that and using it to help their students and to make their posters in their classrooms come alive. So think of Aurasma as the QR code on steroids, because instead of a QR code, anything is the target. So, for example, this is the football program for Buchanan that I made this summer. And I told them, I want to make your program because I want to make it the very first augmented reality program in California. And so these pages are live if you have the right app, and it's the Aurasma app. So when the people go into the stadium, they download the Aurasma app, which looks like a big A down towards the bottom, right here. They click on, well, you already see it happening, right down there. So that's the band playing the fight song for our school. And once again, I don't know why my sound isn't working, but it's actually going da 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 da, what whatever their fight song is. But it's overlaying a video on top of the page.
How do you do that?
I'll show you. Let me figure out why my sound isn't working. Unless it's trying to play the sound through my speakers. Yes, it is. Oh, but so there's that, and then if you open it up, so Buchanan has the most lost high school soldiers in the Iraqi and Afghan war, and so we always have the memorial, and so there's a nice, message and memorial song for those that are in the crowd. And next to it, we lost our originator, Doc Buchanan, and so there's a nice little documentary about him called The House That Doc Built, and it's all about Buchanan and Bear Nation. And so it's a nice sports program for them. And so it plays right on top of his memorial page. And then advertisers can spend a little bit extra money. Instead of just doing 200 for a full page, they can do 300 for a full page and a commercial in their pages. And then we thought it would be fun to have the seniors give a little message to their parents. And so they go over the seniors and they can actually say, thank you, Mom, thank you, Dad, that type of stuff. So we augmented reality that. But what we've been doing in class, and I forgot to bring it, is if we have a worksheet the kids are working on and they're taking it home as homework, if they get stuck, they get stuck. But we've Aurasmatized it. The page is actually the target. And so when they need help, they overlay it on top of the page, and it has my voice saying, okay, it looks like you need a little bit of help. Let's work out number one together. And so you see my actual hand going through, working out the problem right through this. So it's a home tutor for the kids. So I can show you how to do that as well. It's super easy. I mean, it's amazing how easy it is. And I can show you how to do that tonight as well. So there's that. Was there any other augmented reality that I wanted to show you? There's a new one that came out that is it's called Augmenter. It's just more of a cartoonish kind of thing. It's not really that augmented, but you can choose like teeth. And so you get the teeth there, and you can take it apart. So you can, yeah.
Well, no, they're always losing their teeth. Lose tooth, Andy.
So, but for me, augmented reality means it takes reality and adds a layer to it. This one is just animation, but they call it augmenter. But there's a lot of free stuff on it, so I want to show it. Like there's the brain, and you can take the brain apart. You can go around and look at it.
Show the part they don't use. Look how many parts.
See, so you can get in there and just take
them all.
Take the brain apart right there. So, I mean, it's neat, but to me that's not augmented reality. It's more of a model.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but it's, you know, they sent it to me and said try it out. I'm like, okay, I'll try it out for you. And if you ever want any more, I mean, I have a lot that I played around with. I mean, Daiquiri has one like Quiver called Color Alive, and they have a lot of actual coloring books at Target and stuff, and the kids can color it and it comes to life. So, I mean, you know, it's pretty good. Let's see. The moonwalking one's pretty good. If you're teaching them about landing on the moon. Where's the moon? Where's the lander somewhere? Where is it at? There's the Earth. Oh, there it is. And so the moon, it actually lands in your class. You kind of want it to do it where it lands on the students, but you can see the shadow. Do the first moonwalk right in class. So, you know, just overlaying in your classroom just to bring the little instruments alive for the kids. So, you know, if you wanted any more, I have all these that I use just for fun that I play around with. So, there's those. For your project, I would love for you to show these to your kids, you know, as an opener, as just a, hey, I want to show you something. And just, you know, take pictures of them when they're seeing stuff, because I love those pictures when you do it. Hopefully you're playing around with the Google Cardboard as well. Imagine those things, if you buy them in bulk, if you buy the cardboard in bulk, you can get them for about $1.50 a piece. If you buy them individually, they're going to be about $3 to $5 a piece. So I usually buy them in 20 packs because I like giving them away. But people hear the word cardboard and they're like, it's cardboard. But it's pretty interesting, pretty neat. And if you actually get into the, are you looking at pictures? A bit, oh, good. Okay, good. I was going to say they also have videos that you can do. And if you take pictures with the Google camera, maybe that's how I'll find it. Maybe they have Google camera.
When you're using the Google camera and you want to do this 360 effect, how do you are you panning like this around and it's just picking it all up? Or?
Yeah, that's why I wanted to show you because it's pretty easy. Google Translate.
My phone said that it wasn't compatible with Google Camera.
No, yeah, it's not. I was hoping it'd give me the closest.
There was a plugin that said Google Panorama or said Panorama 360.
What did it cost money?
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't like spending money. Everything I show is free.
So you download Google Camera?
Yes, Google Camera. And so I'm going to go ahead and show you real quick the Move Me with Movies. So if you go to Arming Your Classroom, all the things we talked about are right here. And then all of the targets are right here for you to download and print yourself. But next to it, Move Them with Movies is a list of all of the effects, things that I use in my class for my kids. All of these are Android and iOS. And then down here below, these are all iOS if they have iPhone or camera. And then I also put a link to a good green screen for $4.99. Did you get?
Is that the one that was on our movie?
Yes. It didn't work. Let's see. IKEA? No longer available. Oh, well, dang it. That used to be the best one. I'll look for another one. I know Walmart has had some good ones. Dollar Store, when they have their green tablecloths, the plastic table, those are great.
Really?
Those ones were great.
Does it have to be a certain?
They call it chromatophore green. But as long as it's green, it will work. Now, how good it'll work is dependent upon the lighting. The lighting is key. I mean, I have the actual green, and if my lighting is too dark, you get shadows and it just doesn't work. I have the actual green suit. I was gonna bring it, but I thought too many of you would try to use it and it just looked weird because it has the hood and you could do that stuff. I didn't bring that, but I am gonna put this up, and I do want you to try some of the apps and then look for some good green screen apps. I mean, let me see if yeah, so like they have a pretty good one on, oh, you don't have it, it's not up there, hold on. They have a pretty good one on iPhones. There we go. Yeah, so this one is called just green screen. It has a little octopus, and you can actually, whoops. Record the green screen, and you can put any background that you want with them in the green screen. And you can pop up little animations in the bottom, and they have all these things in the app. I've been looking for one similar in the Android. I haven't found a good one yet, but maybe you can look for one tonight because these are fun with the kids, and they're easy to use. So I'll let you guys, if you don't have an iPhone or anything to use this, I'll let you use this tonight as well. Just play around with it. But these are fun.
So, but our project for 6.3 is just the pictures, right?
Yeah, so the project for 6.3 is just a montage. Think of 80s montage, right? So you don't really have to have a purpose. It's just showing the kids using any of these things, showing the excitement in their face, maybe showing a clip of one of their finished products, just a quick montage with some music in the background, showing that you're just playing around with these things. I wanted this week to be easy on you because I wanted you to start working on your papers. So I wanted this week kind of be easy and fun and explore. It's an exploring week with these things.
So what tool do we use to put the montage together?
Any tool you want, but you have to upload it to YouTube. So you can use the YouTube video editor if you want. You can use any video editor that you want.
Okay.
Whatever.
And for the discovery?
The discovery, is there any other augmented reality tools out there that we haven't discovered that you want to do it? Or are there any video creation apps out there that your kids could have access to and use? So are there any things from in the Android store, the Play Store, anything that we haven't found that could possibly be used? So that we can add to our list of things we can possibly look over.
So what was that about the FX?
The FX Studio, well that's this FX Guru right here.
Yeah,
That's
I
under,
was looking at it.
yeah, that's under Android, right? So that's something you can have the kids play around with and add it, right? So this one is just some, like, the best friends one, you probably wouldn't want your little kids to use. You know what I mean? So, but I mean, and then some of them cost money, but there's the free ones. I don't want to share you on Facebook. I want free.
The little dancing skeletons.
Was it?
Yeah.
Maybe there we go. So that's free is gray, I guess.
Yeah, dance with him, everybody, because you're gonna get on the video.
Keep going. Keep going. And you can do the Star Wars camera, right? Oh, hit by an asteroid type of thing.
Table dancing.
So, but imagine how much fun the kids just have playing around with stuff like this, right? And it saves to your iPad. You can upload it to YouTube, and you can splice it into a montage. And I use these a lot when I have my kids do 1-minute clips on things they've discovered. Like if we do an element paper, I go, you can either write a 3-page report on an element, or you can make a 1-minute trailer about the element. So you look up what the element does, look at what it could be dangerous for, how, and so, oh, this one's radioactive. Oh, could it create a mutant? Yes, it could. And so they get their mutant and run away. So, but they remember that stuff more than writing a paper, right? So that's kind of what I want you guys to play around with tonight. And that's basically it. Like I said, I wanted this week to be kind of nice and easy so that you can start working on your larger paper and your larger project, but at the same time being exposed to some new things that you can instantly use in your class. Now, I don't really want to tell you how to use it because everybody's going to use it differently, and really I want you to use your imagination on how to use it. That's basically the gist of this week. Have fun and have your kids have fun because this is the stuff they remember. And if they're having fun doing it, they're actually remembering the stuff they're learning with it. So we're going to go ahead and say goodbye to our viewers, and we're going to say goodbye to anybody else who wants to say goodbye. And we'll see you next week.